nurture. It's nature needs nurture.
Explode.
He's gonna explode. A lot of them will, beat their girlfriends and beat their wives, and and because they don't know who they are.
Right.
They don't know who they are.
Right.
And so it reminds me of the story, and I got this from you, bro, where this reserve over in Africa, they had, they were working with these elephants,
right.
And the population of elephant on this one reserve had grew to the point where they had to divide it up.
Right.
And so they took one group of elephants, and they said, we need to take this group and put this group on this new reserve.
Right.
And so they realized they could get the mothers, they had the equipment, which they took by helicopter and harness, and they could take the babies and they could take the women, but they couldn't take the male, because a male elephant is probably 3 times as big as a female elephant.
Right.
And so they just took the babies and the mothers. Well, they started noticing erratic behavior. And these male bulls, they were killing other animals. They were killing the rhinos, they were killing the hippopotamus, they were killing these other animals. And so once they got the proper equipment and they were able to go on a reserve and bring the male, mature, adult elephants over, the behavior stopped.
Yeah.
Because that male is gonna show you what you need, who you are. It's like them having your DNA.
Right.
If you don't know who you are, then, so if you're an eagle raised with chickens, you're gonna think you're a chicken. And I can tell you, you're not a chicken, you're an eagle, but it doesn't matter, right? It's the whole nature versus nurture. Well, what we're learning now, it's not nature versus nurture, it's nature needs nurture.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's what makes this interesting is that, I've heard from a lot of women that, hey, there aren't no good guys out there. Why aren't there any good guys out there? Well, because so many guys are being raised in single parent households with mama, and it's out of order. Dad is not there, he's unavailable. And that in itself is going to produce rage and anger. And when keeping that boy from his father, that itself is going to enrage him and keep him angry all the time.
Yeah. And Dwayne, we did the series on an alpha woman. So what happens when an alpha woman meets the mama's boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's what happens. Mama's boy moves out of mama's house and moves right in to alpha mama house. And a lot of times, an alpha woman, she's got her own place. She bought her house 10 years ago.
Right.
Okay. She bought her house right out of grad school and undergrad.
Right.
So
cause she ain't work. She don't want to be dependent on no man, and he got a bunch of ain't gots. He ain't got no JOB. He ain't got no APT. He ain't got no CAR. A bunch of ain't gots.
So you can see that. Now that's a match that may work out. Here's the thing though.
Good.
He don't like being a mama's boy.
He don't like it, and eventually, with that alpha dog, eventually gonna come in the house one day and bash her head in. Because you know what? Hey, you trade your mama in for another boss, and it never works out.
And mama's boys, oh, that's something else too about mama's boys. They love a fixer-upper.
They love a fixer-upper.
Because you know what? They're so perfect and they're so good and they're so nice. They can get along with anybody.
Right. And it's not how things are. It's how they appear to a mama's boy. So it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you appear to be a good boy to mama. So with a mama's boy, with a nice guy, hey, if he go out here and get a woman that's got 6 kids already, and he move in and he start taking care of those kids, and he starts being their daddy, people say, wow, look at this guy. He is phenomenal. None of those kids are his, and he raising them up like they are. Boy, he's phenomenal. Now that's a Christian man. That's a Christian man right there. Or hey, you get you a woman, hey, and she got some type of issue, or she coming out of a bad marriage or something. Hey, you gonna go in there, and she needs you. She needs you. That's why mama boys want that fixer-upper, because they want that same feeling that they got from mama. Hey, mama needs me. And so, hey, if you don't get you a fixer-upper, then what does she need you for?
So, Dwayne, let me ask you a question. So what are some of the signs that you're a mama boy? How do I know? So if I wanted to figure out if I was a mama's boy, how would I know?
Hey, you paying mama's mortgage, you definitely a mama's boy. You paid mama house off, you a mama's boy. You bought mama a car, you a mama's boy. And let's be realistic. My responsibility is, my mom, of course, our mom, of course, has passed. But my responsibility is to my wife and my daughter. That's my responsibility. I'm not mom's husband. It's not my responsibility to be her husband. I have a wife. And so if you're doing more for your mama than you doing for your wife, your girl, or whatever, hey, you a mama's boy. Yeah. And you fit this criteria.
Yeah. And if you have to see your mama every week,
you a mama's boy. Yeah. And if you value mama's opinion above all else, hey, if you got something you need to talk to somebody and your mama's the first person you call, hey, you a mama's boy. Yeah. And you got a lot of guys, they live at home. And hey, I'm ashamed to say it, but hey, I was an adult and I was living with mom. I was living at home. So hey, it's personal. But hey, to get happiness, man, you gotta divorce your marriage with mama. Yeah. You gotta divorce mom.
And it's a difficult thing to do.
Most people never accomplish it.
Yeah.
Most people never accomplish it. It's too hard.
It's too hard.
Yeah. If you don't cut that umbilical cord when you're young, hey man, you cut it when you're older, you can't survive. That umbilical cord is designed to feed you.
Right.
And so mama's feeding you. So when you get older, hey, if you cut that, I'll tell you something else too. Hey, it might not be mama, but it might be another woman that you get all your advice from. Hey, you a mama's boy. A man needs a man's advice. It's not that a woman can't provide great advice for a man. I'm not saying that. But you should have a man that's a mentor that you can call and you can talk to.
Yeah.
And so, hey, when you a mama's boy, hey, there ain't no good men that you can talk to.
That's right.
They all, right.
That's right. Cause you ain't like the other guys.
You ain't like the other guys.
You don't have those qualities because you are cut above the rest of the guys.
Yep.
You don't do that kind of stuff. I don't do that kind of stuff.
No, sir. Not in public, but in private. And that's another thing. Hey, you're judging other guys and you're looking at other guys and say, hey, I'm better than him. He got a lust demon. He got a lying spirit. He got a this. He got a that. Hey, you a mama's boy. Men don't judge other men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you got a friend and he cheating on his wife, buddy. The right situation happened in your life, and you will be out there with him.
Yes, sir.
So you're no better. We're no better than no other guy. You're no better, no worse than no other guy.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's right.